Oh, I don't know if we're there. Hold on. Oh, crap. Hello. Somebody's in there. We can't see us. Where's that? It must be us.
I don't.
Hold on. We'll try again. What's going on? Are you there? Terry's here. All right, tell us when you get us, if you see us, because we had no idea what's going on. Are we there? Hello. I don't know what happened. I was Terry. That's funny.
Let us know when you can see us.
Yes, there we go. It's fuzzy. Hopefully it'll catch up in a minute. Let me know if it gets better. Let's see if I can adjust the settings for a second here. Let's see what we can do. Let's try this and see if that gets any better. Yeah, it may be low bandwidth.
With all the girls, it's hard to have decent Wi-Fi.
Sometimes it's tough to. Nice living room. Yeah, that's a green screen.
This is Honey. She's learning how to play the baby grand piano in the background.
That's a green screen. So I wish I had that piano. Who
would play it?
we were trying to choose between the living room or the
motor coach.
The motor coach that we took pictures of at the show, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, cheating. Well, you don't want to.
It's the magic of television.
The magic of green screen. You should see all the lights we have.
Yeah, I don't want to be too dark.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Well, thank you, Terry, for being here, because that's really cool. I figured you would be here. But anyway, all right. So for anybody who's going to watch the replay, I'm Thomas. This is Melissa.
Hi.
And we're home on the Hitch, and this is our first official live stream. We did one from the Tampa show, but it was short. But I guess that would be our first.
That was fun, though.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it. So
it was raining today, and it's cold for our standards. Anything below 55 is just unacceptable. But it was about 40 degrees, I think, was our high today.
Yeah, I don't
and
want to
overcast.
I don't want to hear about
and
the 75
snow. We don't do snow.
Oh, I hope not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Snow.
No.
Oh, he said snow. Yeah, no.
If it snows here, we're closed.
No snow, no snow. I don't want to hear about the 75 or 78 degrees you have there.
Yeah, and sunshine
in California, because
that's okay. Maybe we'll see some soon.
Maybe. So our goal, I guess, with wanting to do the live streams is to really gives us a chance to get a little bit more, personable.
Right. Maybe build our community and to interact with people.
Well, we can interaction, and it's easier to kind of know who somebody is when, I guess, on a live stream or whatever. It's you're not like trying to run through a video, and videos are kind of meant to explain something and move on. And this is a way to get to know people. And
because we certainly like to talk.
Yeah.
So, and especially to talk to other people. So maybe
we'll try to
can answer questions. And
you're in 61 in San Diego. It's about 42 here, I think. So.
Yeah, I'll take 61. I had flip-flops on Wednesday.
No, it was
Tuesday
sunny
or Wednesday.
Sorry, I'm trying to move some notes up. So, if this works out pretty good, and hopefully it will, hopefully we can get some viewers in, then we'll try to do it every week, or maybe we'll start to do it every other week initially, and see how that picks up. And And hopefully we'll get a lot of folks in and start doing it on the regular, because that would help. I hope help us grow and maybe grow a little bit faster. A lot of people are doing live streams. I mean, it seems like everybody's doing them now, but.
Well, I mean, it's hard to go to too many places these days. So live stream seems to be
it works pretty good. It goes. And we want to try to, I guess, focus a little bit more on trying to be a bit of a resource and help people and provide what little knowledge that we have and experience.
Well, and we want to learn from other people too.
Absolutely. And that's the thing about this whole RV community and everything is everybody's usually pretty helpful. So that's pretty cool. But hopefully we can direct everything kind of that way to being more of like a resource
well, we've been RVing for about 7 years now.
Yeah.
So we've made quite a few mistakes and have learned from those. So that's what we're always teaching the kids is learn from your mistakes and try and teach others.
I should have that. I should have the picture of us in high school. So I pop up there, but I don't have it.
Maybe next time.
Yeah. So a little about us, I guess. So it's easier to talk about us on a live stream versus a video. So you want to talk about it?
Okay. So tomorrow's Valentine's Day and everybody's doing their how did you meet your Valentine kind of thing. So Thomas and I
high school.
Yeah, it was
15 years ago,
roughly 1989,
mm-hmm.
And we were in high school together, and we had a horticulture class together, and
numerous.
Oh yeah, we spent a lot of time in the greenhouse.
Yeah,
we grew broccoli and
kale.
Yeah,
we had a lot of.
We don't eat kale.
No kale.
But so we become really, really good friends in high school, and we never dated though in high school.
We went on it one day, but she doesn't remember.
Does that count? I don't.
It does. It was the day I picked you up here.
I'm sorry, I don't remember that. So we had lives for roughly
after high school
20 years. Thomas and I were both previously married, and we had children during those marriages. And I have 2 girls and he has 2 girls. Mine are 20 and 22,
mm-hmm.
and the younger ones are 15 and 17.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been really interesting merging that together. We are about to have our 7th anniversary, our 7th wedding anniversary. And so girls, 4 of them is quite the experience. And especially they were really little when we started camping.
They
kind of liked it at first,
right? And
but now they have their own idea.
They don't go with this anymore. And when we started, we actually had a 20 little Avenger. What was it? It was 27 BBS, I believe. It was a 27-foot trailer with a bunkhouse model. And that's the first one that we got from a friend of mine. And we did a little bit of traveling in that one, but as soon as they stopped really showing interest,
we started focusing on us.
Got rid of that. Yeah.
We lure them for the only trip that we've gotten.
The last one was the Keys, was Key West.
Well, and then we went to Fort Mountain after that, and they had such a good time because they got to fish and they
they didn't have much of a choice because there wasn't any cell phone service.
Right. Well, that's
kind of the.
But anyway, back to us. So
right.
After 20 years living another life, we got together and. This is what we do now. So my history is that I have a background. I've been a hairdresser since I got out of high school. And then I had a catering business for about 15 years. And, the economy tanked about 8 years ago. And then I decided I don't really like brides anymore. So now I went back to school. I have a degree in fine arts, and so I'm just a crafty old lady at this point. Now, Thomas, He
Right. I did a 20 plus year career as a paramedic, 911 paramedic, pretty much for the whole thing. Transitioned about 6 years ago into ER nursing. So that's what I do for a full time gig now is ER nurse, which is been a little stressful here lately, I guess, as you can imagine. But it's a good job. That's what working that schedule and being able to adjust that schedule it's kind of made it possible for us to travel the way we travel. And the way my schedule works as a ER, I always lose ER nurse.
You better come back here.
Allows us to be able to take off. Now we can't, of course, take off for months and months, but there I can get enough time off a couple of times a year for us to go off for a month or so. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to have a flexible schedule.
Yeah, and that's what we can do now. Really, the youngest two, my two daughters, are finishing up high school now. Got a couple of years till they're done. And then once they're done and kind of set in their path, we'll be able to, hopefully, that gives us 2 more years to be working on this. And hopefully at that point in time, we'll be able to do more as far as travel. And maybe this will be kicked off some because we are, nursing. We got Nursing Our Travel Bug is in here. Hello. Nursing Our Travel Bug. Thank you for showing up. Thank you.
So because our children, are entering their next phase of their life, so will we. So we're trying to enjoy what moments that we have left with them.
Right.
And then so what we're about is making every moment count. Be it, a weekend here, 2 weeks there, or just seizing the opportunity as it arises.
That's right. It's more about, it's just not taking for granted your hours or minutes or seconds because and really let make every moment count is to try to live in the moment and be thankful for where you're at when you're there, and because there will be a last time for everything. So and we don't know when that is. So
that's something that you've learned in your industry.
I mean, there'll be
in the ER and
be a last thing. There's a last time for everything.
Life changes in the blink of an eye.
We don't know when that's going to be. That's right. And so we should just
carpe diem.
Yeah, seize the day and have a good time. So that's what we're trying to do. And what it means for us, really, is of course the big dream is to travel the world or the country and be quote unquote KYD or whatever.
Right. Well, we want to share our experience with you.
Right. But we can't do that right now. And I don't think, there's a whole lot of people that can. We're trying to work towards that. I do when what are you doing? Oh, you can't have the light.
Your glasses shining.
Sorry, the dog's chasing the light on the floor. With the girls, when they get out.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
It's what? It's
30 and a wake up.
30 and a wake up.
I'm so excited that you showed up.
Hey, man, it's so good to see you here. Thank you very much.
I hope you're staying warm.
Yeah, and I hope that Mom's doing well, too.
Yeah.
I hope everything's going on. 30 and a wake up, if you don't know, I mean, he doesn't need our help for subscribers. But
right.
But
we met him at the Tampa RV show. It was so exciting running into him.
He's got a great channel on, he travels in the Winnebago. This is our first live stream, Kevin, so don't judge us too harshly. But so we can't do that yet, but what we can do is adjust our schedules by the schedules that I work at the ER, and why I've chosen to work where I work and the schedules that I work is so I can get the time off, so we can do 2 to 3 trips a year that are 4 to 6 weeks at a time, and then we do anywhere from 4 to 5 day regional trips in Georgia or South Carolina or Florida.
Something that we can get away pretty quick, a 1 to 3 hour drive.
But so we do several of those a month. Come here. Introduce yourself.
Oh, honey, come here.
But so
The dog's crazy.
That's what we do, and that's what we want to, maybe help people understand is that big dream or that big thing you want to do. You might not be able to do it as you have it pictured, and it may not initially look like you think it should. So
And sometimes the best things happen close to home. So,
that's right.
by taking whatever opportunity you have, whether it be, just the campground that's right around the corner, because, not everybody can take more than a couple of days off at a time, or maybe you don't even want to drive that far.
No, right.
To go, because this place, the more that we travel, the more we realize
so
how beautiful everything is. And you can find something everywhere you go.
There's so much within an hour radius of probably, unless you get out to where Terry is, if he's still in here. He's got a bunch of desert around him, but in San Diego and everything. But an hour and a half around us here in North Georgia, and there's just so much stuff. I mean, there's so much stuff to do. And then we do our big trips and try to burn through those and get as far away as we can. We went up to Maine last time, but what was you going?
Oh, I was going to say, do you want to talk about where we're going next? But
we can in a minute. Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
All right. So, the first really big long trip that we took was with the kids, and we drove to Key West.
Oh yeah, we did Key West, which there's a great place down there. You want to go in the off season? It is Blue Water Key RV Resort. It's like number 2, 3.
It's amazing
in the country, and it is absolutely,
absolutely
amazing. But you can't afford to go down there on season because
it's really expensive.
It's super expensive then. But
so
if you ever get a chance to go there, that was cool. But that's the last long trip they've taken with us. Then last March.
Well, okay, yeah. So last March, which was our first super
our longest trip
was to Utah.
Yeah, we packed it up and took off to Utah. Went to Moab and spent our first big stop in Moab, and then we went to Zion from there, and we went somewhere else. Didn't we? We came back through Arizona, but yeah. So Arches and Zion. That's what I was trying to say.
So nursing or travel bug, you get to stay in one spot 3 months at a time. Are you doing travel nursing?
Oh yes, okay, yeah. Are you doing that? Because that's one thing, and I meant to say that earlier. When the girls get out of school, if this hasn't necessarily taken off and it doesn't, sustain us or whatever, that's an option. Is to do travel nursing and take off and pick up a 3-month contract or something. But I imagine that's probably what you're.
And where are you right now?
Yeah, where are you? Where do you? And how long have you been travel nursing? If that's what you're doing, because I've looked at.
We're very curious.
I've looked into it a lot, and there's so many agencies, and that's like you hear all the horror stories about people getting a horrible agency or whatever. So I'm interested on how you pick one and what to look for.
And what department does she do? Does she work?
Yeah. So because I don't know if I necessarily want to do travel nursing in the ER for ER right now. ER is where I work because I think you're probably going to get
because the planet broke. So
you're going to get you're going to get some pretty bad assignments. But hopefully by the time all this, the girls get out of school and we get to that point, if I need to do that, then it won't be as bad. But travel nurse for 5 years, full-time, RVing nearly 4.
That's great.
Natasha's
travel. That's
yeah.
Dream.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. And like they give you like per diem, I guess, to pay for the spot and everything.
Hi,
Abigail, our daughter is here. Abby,
we love you, sweetie.
She said she is.
She's our number one fan.
She said she is a devoted fan. We're going to show you. Where's her picture?
Oh no, she'll be so embarrassed.
No, okay. I'm not going to show it.
We'll ask you, Abby. Can we show?
Can we show your professional art, Abigail? She's 15. But anyway, we'll wait and see what she says.
So, Terry, do you like the beach more so than anything? And I agree that the planet is broke. I saw a picture where the Big Sur had a landslide.
Okay, there's Abigail. So I guess sorry, we're kind of trying to figure out this live
Oh,
stream
look,
thing.
it shows up. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you show
We're
that.
new. Sorry.
We're streaming you. Nursing, and that's Abby. Let me know, Abby, if I can show you art. Currently in Phoenix, first step down by done telly. Med surge, I can't picture myself. I don't know if I can do stomach med surge or not. Not because that's beneath me or anything. It's just it is way too much to have these same people like day after day from me. I'm currently doing neuro telly. Now, neuro is cool. I spent some time on a neuro unit. And that's pretty interesting. Neuro or step down or like PACU or something like that would be cool. Yes, please reach out with me. Okay, I will, absolutely, yes. Okay, come here.
Okay,
You got
good.
to stop.
Thank you.
There's Honey. She has a problem with like laser lights and any
Thomas's
reflection on the floor. My
glasses.
glasses, I put my glasses on, she thinks it's time to play.
Well, it doesn't help that my dad has been playing with her all day with the laser light.
So yeah,
So-
she doesn't like med surge. I don't blame her. It's not. I just don't think I could do it. I mean, I could do anything if I had to. I could do it, but it wouldn't be anything that I would enjoy. So
I don't know Terry, how I feel about the beach being cold.
oh no, cold beach is no good.
Yeah.
And is the how and like no, you cannot get down. How is the the sand, Terry? Because have you ever been to
Florida?
Panama City Beach specifically, or Destin, Terry? I guess we click that to get that off there.
Yeah.
Well, Terry, it's there's Terry. It's relaxing. Anytime at the ocean, I think it's relaxing. But
I don't like cleaning the sand out of the RV though.
yeah, we haven't as of yet like stayed like right on the beach. Like there's a place in Destin, Camp Gulf, where you can they actually have sites with full hookups on the beach. Gulf Shores. So it's not so I imagine San Diego's not like the same sugary white sand of the Gulf of Mexico.
So did you live near the coast in Virginia or
Gulf Shore.
or further inland?
My parents lived in Gulf Shore.
Yeah.
And Terry, everybody, if you don't know, watches every one of our videos and we've had phone conversations, and he is a veteran of,
and we thank you for your service,
yes,
Terry.
Veteran of the Navy, I believe, if I got that correct. But yes, thank you. So Terry is.
Well, of course, he lived near the water. He was in the Navy.
He's awesome. So yeah, he spent some time in Key West, I believe. I think he spent his entire time in Key West.
That was horrible, I'm sure.
Yeah. So cool. No, it's not. What Newport News? Honey, you got to. What you know?
I was clicking the wrong.
Yeah, over here.
Thing.
No. Are we still here?
It says no Air Force.
Oh, Air Force. Sorry.
Misinformation.
Sorry.
Fact check.
We've been fact checked. Well, either or, thank you for your service. We appreciate it, and I'll remember that now.
So I guess Abby dropped off. So
Abby dropped off. I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
So, if I get her permission later. So I thought what we would kind of do is maybe try to answer a few questions, do like the little segment or something where we answer some questions, offer some information, and hopefully.
Yeah, so if you watched any of our videos and you have questions about that or anything
about us
else,
or an RV topic or anything that we might know something about, then here can control this.
Yes, absolutely. So we were in Norfolk, which you said is on the other side of the bay.
Oh yeah. That was pretty much our last destination.
I'm sorry, I never can remember the name of that state park. Kipitoki.
Kipotech. Yes.
I don't know.
Terry liked our video. It was the one where we went on the Wisconsin.
Right.
Yeah. It kept yeah, something like that.
I always think of that cartoon. It's
Oh, it was
Hot and
great.
Topeka.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Interesting job at Terry. Hey, yeah, Terry's an interesting guy. Very, very smart. I talked to him on the telephone a few times, and very intelligent. Got a nice RV too, and some Battleborn batteries.
Jealous.
Yeah, let's see. Make sure we didn't miss anybody. Cool. Thank you, Nursing Our Travel Bug. I'm sorry, trying to keep up. I will be reaching out actually for some info on the travel nursing stuff because it's hard to find information on that. But
right.
So back to what we thought we would kind of do a little segment where we would answer some questions. If you have any questions, we'd like to keep it to one kind of topic per stream. Yeah, but you know how to save money on it. Yeah, that's true.
That's kind of how we're making every moment count too.
So that's another thing I try to offer is just options for people to save money and do some stuff themselves and some upgrades. We got some cool videos coming out about some of the upgrades we've done to the RV, and I do most of that stuff myself, kind of make it up as you go. And I'm really kind of ticked though about everybody now. So about a year ago, I put a shower tower and massaging jets and all this stuff in our shower, and now all the design, they I know they saw our video, and now Grand Design and everybody's putting them in there. So I know that's. Are fearful about buying off-brand things like generators.
Well, I think you should do your research.
So it depends on what you mean by off-brand. Yeah, read the reviews. They did steal my idea, and like now, Less Junk More Journey showed off theirs in their new Grand Design, and it's just like ours, and everybody thinks this is the greatest thing. And I know they still stole it from my video. That's all right though. I got another idea, Terry, that I've not seen, so hopefully I can make that happen. I'm gonna patent this one. What was I even talking about? Oh man, I went way off there. Fearful about buying off-brand things. So that depends on what you mean by off-brand. Other than to a certain degree, a lot like quality. We've had the discussion before, Terry, that a lot of those things. Great. Oh, okay. We'll get to that in a minute. Sorry, I'm trying not to get distracted. A lot of those things come off the same production line. I can show you pictures of Victron equipment, and I'll try not to use names, and other equipment that is the exact same form factor, wording, everything on that on the charge controllers and everything. It's just got the manufacturer's name on it instead of Victron's.
So I would say a good comparison is like when you're grocery shopping and you buy the store brand versus the name brand. They're usually manufactured by the same people. Now,
buying some really like I wouldn't buy anything like really off the wall. Third or fourth brand, whatever that I've never heard of. I don't like doing that, but like the. I guess what's gotten popular now, like the Predator generators and stuff like that. Those, I don't know if you can still consider those off-brand, but the engines that are used, the Predator engines and generators and all that stuff, they are cast off of Honda molds. The Honda engine it's a Honda. Of course the finishing and the exterior finishing and everything may not be quite as good on the castings, but I've never had a problem with one of them. I've had several engines, never had an issue. I don't know why I keep taking these off because I can't see.
I don't know.
So I just am careful. A lot, you get what you pay for most of the time. And it's you need to buy it right the first time, buy nice or buy twice, but you can save money along the way. But just like with the lithium batteries, the next video in that series comes out tomorrow. So let's see how the massaging jets hold up in the rig. We're gonna put on a show as well. So these are this is really fine like mist, and Our PSI is about 60 to 65. Usually that's what we keep our regulator at. And the jets do pretty good. I mean, if we have poor water pressure, we haven't done a review on our water pump yet. We did put in a new water pump, which is it's basically a Cadillac of all RV marine boat water pumps. And it will provide pretty high PSI. You can get 60 PSI off of three. You can open three faucets at one time and have residential pressure. But the jets hold up fine. It seems to be doing well.
Right. So again, with the jets, what you need to also do is to make sure that you clean them out periodically, because the calcium and the limestone of the water that you use at the water parks, I mean at the RV parks, can affect the way that the jets perform. So I know that I have to unscrew things from time to time and use a toothbrush and kind of clean out the little holes, because I don't know if you'll notice, like you'll see the water spots.
Yeah, you can see the water spots. And there's a place that we go in North Carolina that we love to go up there, but
the water's very hard.
It's really hard, and it's rich on iron. So you have to clean stuff out. It's all well water. Each side actually has its own well, which is pretty interesting. But you just got to kind of clean that stuff out. But they seem to be holding up just fine. And on the second end of that, the shower tower itself was not very expensive. I'll put a link up to it on our website. It was very affordable off of eBay.
Well, and I love that you can it has this little display on it, so you can see what the water temperature
you can dial the water temperature, and it tells you it's got a bidet.
And
it's got a bidet sprayer that you spray your feet with.
But you so a trick that I have learned for making my hot water last a little longer is to not turn the water completely on.
So it's really weird how it works, because it's in Celsius and the dials are kind of backwards, so you can turn it on without.
Well, it's from China.
Yeah, you can you can turn it. It's just weird. You can cut it back just a little bit, not lose too much water pressure, and because Melissa likes
Tabitha,
peel the skin. Tabitha.
That's child number 2.
Child number 2 for the stream. She likes the peel your skin hot showers. So,
well, that's women.
Yeah. Oh, God. Full-time dream. Hello. Thank you very much for showing up. We expected no one to be in here.
So we're so excited that we actually have people who are interested in talking to us, because we are so interested in talking to you. Absolutely. And we're Southern, so we like to talk everybody's ear off.
We will talk. So anyway, thank you, Full-Time Dream, for showing up. We really appreciate it. So anyway, one of the questions, we got way off topic there, but one of the questions that we got, we get emailed and asked a good bit is, how's it going on YouTube? And I'm gonna grab something to drink right quick. That is kind of it's tough.
Yeah. So we've been really trying. We posted some videos up several years ago and whatever, but so in March when we went to Utah, we decided, hey, we really want to do this. We really like watching YouTube. So we really like watching YouTube, and we're pretty entertaining once you get to know us. And so I'm like all the time telling Thomas, we need to show other people just how entertaining.
This is a little different. It's a little intimidating as far as the live stream, but it's really intimidating when or it's kind of weird.
Well, it's like, what do you do?
We're like, okay, well, we're gonna do. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a video on this, and you click on the camera, and we're like.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to talk.
My name's Tom. So it's really tough, and to get your personality through with
right. But YouTube itself is hard. We've been having a problem, with subscribers.
Trying
it's like
figure out
how do we get people to want to subscribe to us to help us grow, because that's the only way that we know that people are watching and who are really interested in us.
Then
or things that we have to say. And then the YouTube algorithm is really hard.
Well, that's a
to figure
nightmare. And I
out.
think we're going to start kind of focusing our content on how-tos and tips and tricks and stuff like that for a little bit, even in places to go. But we're going to really try to focus on certain things instead of just showing us walking around or stuff like that. Which we really talk about that. We say we're going to do that, but then when we get out there, we're just like,
that's what we end up doing,
you know,
the same thing.
So we're going to really focus on that and
more conscious.
Yeah, and sit down.
And Kevin, thank you so much. We watch you all the time, and we listen to all of your ideas. So
what? No way, man.
Yeah,
that's not
I don't
true.
know how you have so many subscribers.
I
now.
did. I saw an interview with Kevin.
But so you know, we watch everybody that we watch. We listen to what they have to say, and we try to
soak it up and everything.
Implement
but it's
things.
tough. So I don't.
But it's still so frustrating.
I send an email off to YouTube, not to because I really want to understand, because like 3 days we had been stuck at like 755, or we got almost 100 subscribers out of going to the Tampa show, which was really, really cool. We are maybe a little bit more actually. We had been at like 755 for a week or 10 days, which was unusual for us. And then we would get like 3 subscribers, and they would go away a day later, and then they would come again and go away. But then all of a sudden,
and we've done some collaboration, you know, and featured some people, and so we've gotten you know, when we did the Big Truck Big RV
a long time, that was our first big
tour, we got like 150 subscribers.
We got a bunch off of Kevin.
And Kevin helped us out a lot. Yeah, and
Matt from Matt's RV Reviews. But like 3 days ago, all of a sudden at like 7 o'clock in the evening, they dumped about 100 subscribers.
We were up to like 830.
It was almost 840. We went from 755 to I refreshed the screen, and boom, it was like 845 or something like that. We were like, whoa, what was this? And then,
2 days later, we lost.
Yeah.
90.
But then like 6-7 hours later, 20 of them went away, and then 30 of them went away, and then 15 came back, and nothing matched up between the actual our channel on YouTube and our analytics page. And it dwindled down to where we're at now. I think it's 784 or something like that, which was more. It was more than 755, but it says now that we've lost 193 subscribers in the last year, and I'm like, oh, thank you, full time dream.
It's nice,
but
to
it's
know
like
it's not just us.
so. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on and what's causing it, and how to fix it. So I really kind of been digging deep to try to say, okay, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to really, really worked on optimizing the channel and the SEO stuff. We need to kind of work on our thumbnails and stuff like that. But we're not going to, either way. We're
not going anywhere.
I said that we're going to keep doing it. We're by God, we're going to get 1,000. If we don't do anything else but get 1,000 subscribers, that's what we're going to do.
Because Tabitha says that we're interesting people.
Yeah, Tabitha, that's order number 2.
She would know.
786. Okay, cool.
Oh, hey,
yay.
Hi, Aaron.
Aaron Hendrickson. Thank you.
Thank you for the comments that you leave for us.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. So I don't believe how. So it's just tough. 12 with a short, and then 2 days later there we go. See, I'll get to that in a second. I saw an interview with recently that Kevin did with another channel, and Kevin, you can put the name of the other channel up there. I forget who it was, where he talked about when he bought his van, and then did an interview about the Airstream base camp, which kind of boomed up, and then another video about his Travato, I believe, that just blew up and got like 250,000 views.
And I think it's about timing also.
It is about timing. I think the Airstream Basecamp video that he did happened around like when Airstream was releasing the new model, and everybody was searching that, and his video was like #1 on the search list and stuff like that. So, but I just don't, we just don't know how to make that happen. But that's okay. We're going to stick with it, and we're going to keep going. And
so, and we, welcome any ideas that you guys have too.
Oh, absolutely.
So
especially,
we're always looking for feedback.
So full-time dream. I mean, you gained 1,200 in a night with a short, and then 2 days later they were gone. Do
you have any explanation?
I mean,
that?
What happened? Like, what happened? Did YouTube say they were invalid? Did they what? I mean,
did they feel that they were spam, or I mean, because that's kind of how I feel. Like, we were featured on some other channels and spoke with some other people, and we got an unusual amount of traffic of subscribers, and so maybe they felt that was a flag, and they like took them away for that whatever purpose.
Yeah, so I don't know if you ever found out an answer, or if there even is an answer. I don't know, and I don't know. I also noticed on the analytics page that they were experimenting with some stuff, and I don't know if it's taking some time for all that stuff to catch up or not. So that's kind of frustrating too. Some pages say experimental, some say real time, and I don't know really, what real time is. But
that's a deep.
Your idea, evergreen content like how-to videos. So that's what we want to kind of focus in on. I'm so embarrassed to say that I just figured, I knew this, but in this entire time, it did not pop into my head to YouTube, just like YouTube search, like put in a letter, like RV, whatever, and see what was the top site until like yesterday. So we're going to start targeting a bunch of how-to videos on a bunch of topics there will be a resource for people, and we'll be there. So I can make a playlist on how to do this, how to do that, or how we do this, places to see, places to go, places to see where we go, because we are headed out pretty soon to the southern coast of Texas, Corpus Christi area. I'm gonna do some RV tours from Ron Hoover RV. Hopefully we'll see the big man there. Big truck, big RV. But we won't know if it's him or not because we don't know what his face looks like.
So we believe and have also come to an understanding that when you RV and become an owner of an RV, that you have to have a certain level of handiness, that you have to, you got to
be able to fix something.
You have to learn a little on the fly ingenuity, and YouTube really helps with that. Because you have a problem. It's like, oh my gosh, how do I fix this?
The first thing we do, the first thing anybody does really is crap, my so-and-so broke. How do I fix that?
Right.
And you pull up a YouTube video and you watch it.
Yeah.
First, Nana, hello. Thank you very much for showing up. 30 and a wake up sent me. See, Kevin's so cool.
He is cool. So be sure you say hi to Kevin. He's in here.
He's in here too. And thank you for coming over to say hello. Check out our stuff and consider subscribing. Thank you for coming in here. So yeah, we're going to kind of focus on that stuff. And we've talked about that in the past and intended to do that, but never kind of really did it. But we're going to actually focus on it now and not phone it in and really actually kind of make that happen. But let's see, full-time degree, and the people need to watch the video and comment, or they think, oh, okay. So, yeah, and that's, it's, you hear a bunch of conflicting stuff. Everybody's like, oh, ask everybody to subscribe and ask people to hit the thumbs up, and you do that on your videos. But then some people are like, well, I'm an adult, I'll subscribe if I want to. So I don't know. It's we've done it, and we ask it in some videos, we don't ask it in other videos. But you know what, and we also kind of going from a nobody knows you to it takes time. And I think somehow, I don't know, maybe Kevin can tell me, or you, any of you guys in here that have over 1,000 subscribers. It seems to me, I've watched a few channels that have gotten to 1,000, and it seems to me, I know there's some things that change at that point, but it seems to me that the growth past for these channels, and I'm not going to name them, but it seems as the growth starts to grow exponentially after you get to 1,000. I don't know if YouTube thinks, okay, they've put in the work to get to 1,000, you know, and
so
the algorithm changes a little bit for you. I mean, I don't even know. That's just a guess, but maybe somebody can chime in on that one.
So what our next question is about renting.
They cannot just hit the button. They need to be active on your channel. Okay, gotcha. So YouTube just kicks them off if they don't. And there it was. First minute. Thank you. All right. So, but the main topic. Sorry, we get long-winded. We get a lot of questions. We did a video about renting our RV. Our first travel trailer that we had, we rented it out on RVshare.com for a long time.
Right. Well, our life got really busy, and we weren't able to go anywhere. So we had an RV that was just sitting in storage, and we're just making the payment on it and not doing anything with it, and it was very frustrating.
Right, and we
had to figure out, what other avenues were available for us at the time. So Thomas found RV Share, and he was like, "Hey, let's give it a
shot." And we
did. And it was great because we were able to pay off our RV.
Pam Gypsy Aries, hello, thank you for showing up.
We ended up selling it to someone who rented it from us numerous times, which was great because we were ready to move on because one, the girls weren't traveling with us when we did go, so the bunk beds were useless space.
You're right. The layout didn't fit us anymore the way we traveled, and the people that we sold we did do a video about RV Share,
but it wasn't really super in detail. It was just about the customer service.
Well, it was about the things that you needed to do, but we didn't get a lot of playtime with it. I want to do some more. I don't know if I didn't optimize it enough to get it seen.
We have a lot of experience with the RV Share aspect and renters. And you get people, it's like renting out any other kind of property. You get one from one extreme to the other. You get the one people who you never even knew that they were in the RV, and then you get them back and they had a rave in the RV. And
but we never had any major damage or anything.
No, we were truly lucky in that aspect.
And the thing is, with the way it works is you set your own deposits and stuff like that. So when people are putting down $1,000 as a security deposit that you have the right to keep for damages, then
they're a lot more cautious.
But
we also would stock it out, like you were saying. That Airbnb. I would provide paper plates and towels and bedding.
Everything was in there. We even put water in the fridge.
Super clean freak, so the thing looked brand new every time somebody.
Yeah, we had water in the fridge. There wasn't anything in.
And you could make requests. Like if you wanted to have some breakfast or something in there, we would provide.
There wasn't anything that people could just show up with their clothes and whatever food they wanted to bring. There wasn't anything that they needed, and it got to a point where it was so busy. I was working, my ER job, and then if I wasn't working, I was taking the RV somewhere, and we had repeat customers and people we took
you'd have to drop it off on your way to work.
I would leave early and go pick it up before I went to work, take it to work with me, drop it off somewhere else.
I'd meet people.
It got so busy that we couldn't use it. So, but the good thing about it was when we got time to sell it, that the guy that bought it had been in it numerous times, so there was no selling it. He knew all about it. So we didn't, that's, the main question for that was, were we able to make money doing it? And yes, we did make money doing it, but it's not easy to do it right. It's not easy, and it's a lot of work unless you want to hire someone to do it.
So, hi Pam. Are you a Gypsy and an Aries, or is that just part of your name? I'm an Aries also. So
Yes. Searching Class B's now, probably going to buy within a year to 700 days till I retire.
okay, so that's
Who's counting
699 and a wake
and
up.
a wake up? Apparently, that's to use Kevin's logic. Nobody's counting down though. 700. That's class. Yeah, I mean, Class B's are really cool, and I don't think, I don't know. We've looked at some of the plan. We didn't look at them too much at the show. We looked at a few, but I've seen some videos that there's some actual floor plans that would probably work for us to travel in. So I never really thought that would be a possibility, but who knows? You have the super advantage of that is you can just take, especially if you got the 4-wheel drive, you can just take that thing anywhere.
So one thing we were talking about when we were looking at other floor plans and things was we hear a lot of people saying, I really like this, but I wish it had a little more space because hopefully the kids or the grandkids or whatever, our family are going to want to go with us. I say no. I say bye for you.
Yeah, don't base
because if they want to go camping with you, they'll go regardless of how much space you have. But they're gonna make their own arrangements more times than not. So you need to do what you are going to be most comfortable and happy with, and don't count on the what ifs. I have guessed.
Right. Don't buy an RV. Don't make the mistake of buying an RV because you think somebody.
Because then you end up with more payment than what you want, and more.
Anybody that's here, Pam Gypsy Aries, go to our website www.homeonthehitch.com. There's a section called downloads. There's a guide, beginner's guide to RV on there. I've got a bunch of information about all kinds of stuff, purchasing and looking at RVs, and it's free to download. So go over there and get that, and maybe that'll help you out too. Just got a bunch of stuff that you should be looking for as far as things to look at when you're buying. Could I call?
That's funny. A B plus or a C minus.
Could I call a Class B plus a C minus because you don't have bed over the front? I don't know if that's an actual class, like you have to have the bed over the front to call it a C.
Well, those are optional now, also.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe Kevin could answer that a little bit better because I don't know what determines a B plus. Because there is a B plus. Is there actually a C minus? But I'm not sure, Aaron. We've in Class C's, I don't think we've ever found one that we thought would work for us.
I don't know. We looked at quite a few at the Tampa RV show.
We just never found one that
I don't know. That's just not really
our style. Now we've always said that about Class A's too, but oh god,
oh my gosh. Okay.
We walked in one. And if we ever win the lottery, that's the one we're going to get. But because it was absolutely amazing. Another question about the rental that we get is: would we rent our RV out again? No, we wouldn't rent our RV out again. If we were going to now, if we're able to, and we still might do this. I've got some friends that kind of got into it that I helped establish into renting some stuff, who went and bought small travel trailers and R pods and stuff like that can be towed behind just about anything really, small SUVs and things like that. And they stay booked all the time. So when we rented the previous one, it was our RV that we were. Thank you, Full Time Dream. Thank you so much for stopping by. We really, really appreciate it. It was our RV that we were renting, so we probably would not do that again. We might have the opportunity later on to like purchase an RV, like some R pods or something like that, and rent those out. But we would never rent out our RV again, just because it's our place and we don't want that to, it changed a little bit once after we had rented it out for a while. It just didn't feel like it was as special to us after that. But I want to be able to park it in my driveway. Is there some type of yeah, I want to be able to park it in my driveway.
So Traveling Robert had to measure his driveway.
Yeah, so he measured his driveway to make sure his stuff was fit.
His mini-way fits exactly perfectly.
Yeah. So you just have to, you have to know the width and the length.
And our driveway, we have space to park it, but the way that our driveway is slanted,
one we can't get.
RV is too
we can't
long.
Get it down there.
It would scrape at the bottom. So so we typically keep it in storage when we're not in use. Though though we do when in between when we're doing maintenance and things, we do have a place to keep it, but it becomes an inconvenience sometimes. So
so hopefully
and then we know people like Terry says that he has to pay by the foot
or something like that. He has to California.
Yeah, he has to pay for space.
To the point we were having a discussion about adding a
generator,
a hitch and generator and everything on the back of his fifth wheel, and he's like, the only drawback was how much more it would cost for storage. And so it just depends on where you're at. And if there are ordinances that you can't park an RV over a certain size in your driveway.
Well, you have homeowners associations and,
$280 a month. Oh, God almighty. Is that covered?
Please
Carrie?
Tell me that's covered.
Inside, or is that outside? That's like crazy. You want to know how? So I want to know if it's outside, not covered, so it's outside, correct?
And it's gated.
It's gated, I'm sure. It's like at a storage facility, Terry. Let's see what he says, because ours is at.
You're gonna die.
At a huge lot.
And we complain.
Because it's outside. It's not covered, but we pay $65 a month.
Right. And it's monitored, it has cameras, it's gated.
Wow. You have somebody put the cover on and off for you? No, that's some red carpet service right there, though. Wow.
I used to have to pay the kids to make up the bunk beds.
Well, right, because we couldn't get up in there. $280 a month, man. I couldn't. God Almighty, I'd have to park it in the grass somewhere, or
well, we would just park it at the top of the driveway
somewhere, because that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Ooh, that's ridiculous. I can't come. Maybe we can come park it. We can come park it in Terry's driveway when we come to San Diego. It's 38 feet long, Terry. Can you measure your driveway for us? Run a garden hose. Customers cannot get to their RVs. They put so it's kind of like a boat. Where they put boats in dry dock and stuff. Propane wax.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. So that's
a full service place. That's awesome.
Of course, yeah. That's. I would expect that to be a lot more money. That's like, that's a full service place right there. Huh? I've never even. I don't think there's only one of. There's a place like that, kind of close to us, that is inside storage. It's mostly Class A's. It's a giant.
Right, and they're like $150 a month.
$150 to $180 a month or something like that. But I don't think it's nothing. It's not like they put them up or cover them or have carpet cleaners or anything like that. It's just storage. It's a place to park.
Right.
Okay. First Nana says we have a HOA. Couldn't have much.
Yeah, those HOAs can be kind of tricky.
Wow. So we. But
that's okay. I mean, the Class B, that's going to be very manageable for you, especially as a retiree.
Oh my God.
That'll allow you more time to actually enjoy doing.
That's the only thing I love. House is 1900 2.06. Oh well, at least you've got a Ram.
So yeah, that's good.
It's in the driveway.
We have a Ram. I drive the Ram.
Right. So we initially. And this is where the experience comes into play. So it did, to try to keep it short, when we bought our first RV, which was the 27-foot Avenger from a friend of mine, and we hooked it up to the 2003 Durango that we had, which we had no business putting it up to, and we drove off in the
middle of July.
Drove off into the sunset, headed towards Stone Mountain, which is a really cool park. But yeah, we made it about 15 or 20 minutes until we were spewing coolant in the air, and then we did make it over there, but we had to do so much work to that thing, and eventually I had to buy the Ram to actually be able to tow it, a Ram 1500, which did, and then we bought this one that we have now. Our open range is like, it's heavy. It's almost 10,000 pounds dry. But I can tow it. So we loaded it up to the hilt and took off to the Keys on our maiden voyage, and we made it to North Florida. The issue that happened was a chronic issue with the Hemi motors.
Anna.
What?
Yeah.
Well, hey, that's the place to go.
They'll do that.
They will do that. It's quiet for him too. So,
Mm-hmm.
But we got down there, and one of the roller bearings on the lifters let loose, and we had I'm sure the problem was exacerbated by the fact that we had no business pulling that RV again with the Ram. So we had to put it in storage
in Florida.
And then our first trip out with it, limped home in the Ram, had to have the engine, top of the end of the engine rebuilt, and then I bought the diesel because I'm dumb and I should have done it to start with. Now Melissa drives the Ram and she loves it. I love the Ram. It's got dual exhaust.
Yeah, but there's nothing better than a woman driving a truck.
Yeah, we're going to start working on this trip. We're going to start working on Melissa towing with.
I'm going to tow the camper.
She said she would never.
I'm not backing it up, but
no, that's fine.
Right. Yeah.
So once we get into Texas and some nice straight places, and then
that should be quite entertaining.
We're going to do a little practicing. There's a giant church parking lot, like huge, like mall parking lot.
Yeah, we have a big mega church nearby.
Warehouse church. We're going to take it over there on a weekend before we go. So she can pull it around there, and we can go over everything that we need to talk about. But, we get out west where there's nothing around, and she'll do fine. She'll do fine. At least she won't be able to yell and scream out as much when she's driving.
Right.
Every bump we hit, it's like, whoa, no.
But, no, you can't yell at me like you do when we're parking the camper.
Oh, no. So, yeah, we don't do that anymore.
No.
We carry radios now.
So I always say
everything's better if you just stay calm and work together. It doesn't matter who's watching or who's not. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, don't worry about everybody else. Worry about yourself.
Cool. So let me hide that. So, yeah. What else was on? I don't know. We got real quick. This is going longer than I thought it would.
But that's great. We have people to talk to.
You have no idea how.
I really thought we were going to talk to
happy.
ourselves.
Yeah, we thought this was just going to be but thank you so much for all of you who showed up. So we want to do topics like every week, or every other week. I don't know. We're going to have to look at the schedule and see how it's going to be for the live streams.
We have some work.
Yeah, and it might have to be on a different day. We're going to be releasing regular channel videos on Sundays at 7. We're committing to that. We've kind of played with the times on that a little bit because of YouTube and what they told us when we should release. But that's when we've had our best results, is like Sunday at 7. So that's when those videos the regular videos are going to come out. I'm going to do walkthroughs on Wednesdays at 7. We're going to have those coming out. So maybe Saturdays or something like that, with the exception of the days that I might have to be at work. then we will substitute that for a different day. But if you have any topics that you want to or interested in hearing about, or you have questions about, put them in the comments for the replay on this, or just have them ready for us maybe next time. And make sure you visit our website. It's homeonthehitch.com. We have a whole bunch of stuff up there, some checklists, and guys, we're working on all that. So
start writing more blogs.
Yeah, Melissa is going to start writing more blogs. I tried to write a bunch, and I'm not really good at that. So she's going to be doing the Instagram and the blogs and stuff like that. But
I'm going to try to be more consistent.
No, and life's hard, but we got to put that, we just got to put the effort in. So it's you reap the rewards. But yeah, so we're really super excited. We're going to hit Corpus Christi in that area for the next trip. So we'll have a lot of videos coming out of there. The first stop on that trip actually is going to be French Quarter in New Orleans. I guarantee that's going to be fun. Last time I was there was after Katrina, so hopefully it's going to look a little different this go around.
I've never been to New Orleans.
So we're going to be there a few days, and then on to Corpus Christi. There, I hope that we can collaborate with Big Truck Big RV while we're there. That would be cool. If not, I'm going to do some videos at Ron Hoover.
All right, then we're going to swing on north to.
Then we're going to come around. And we're going to make our last stand at the Alamo, and then we're going to visit one of Melissa's friends close to Dallas Fort Worth. We're also going to be staying at a Boondockers Welcome there, which is really cool. So pay attention for that video, because it's kind of an exceptional Boondockers Welcome, and there's not a lot of videos on that. So we're going to be doing that and showing that place. And I hope that the host will be into letting us kind of tour the whole place and put it out on video. Yeah, and then maybe on to like Paris, Texas, where we're looking at some possibilities of some small plots and land for like some type of base camp or something in the future.
Well, always keeping your options open.
I never know.
That's the lovely thing about RV life.
And we're supposed to stop by. I can't remember the name of the town. It's on our way to Dallas Fort Worth to stop by one of Texas' main like tiny home builders to look at some of their stuff. So that's going to be pretty fun. Melissa is really into tiny homes.
I love tiny homes.
So we're going to do that. So yeah, thank you all for being here. This has been such a surprise. Thank Kevin, if you're still around. Thank you so much for showing up. Terry, thank you as always. We can't express enough gratitude to you. But
oh yeah, Kevin, I love your stickers. I'm so glad you finally got some swag.
Yeah, you got some swag.
So, I'll have to purchase one of those.
Yeah,
and I hope you put our sticker on your.
You got to stick it on your Travato, man.
And if you need one for your next vehicle, just
we got a whole bunch in the mail today. Yeah. So, Kevin, I hope Mom's okay. Let me know if we can do anything for you. Thank you to everybody that showed up and everybody watching the replay. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up, because that stuff really does matter more than any, and comment more than anything that you can do. That matters so much into like putting the videos out on the algorithm.
Or if you're interested in a sticker, also send us an email or a message.
I think he's like,
perfect. So then it's always there.
I'm gonna check it out. It says it can see. I think you can see your sticker on my computer in my last video. That is awesome. Thank you. We're gonna check that out. So, all right, guys. Thank you. Love you all. Take care of each other. Love each other. Make every moment count. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.